Ryan here with Vision Dive, and today I'm going to speak a little bit about reverse takeoffs and distance from the board. So this is really going into safety and also tackling the issue of fear that many of you guys have. But this video is mainly geared towards people who are just learning it or trying to learn about how the distance works and how to get in the right spot every time. So you're never too far to where your scores are very low, but you're never too close to where you feel like you're going to hit the board, or you develop fear because of this. Now, what we're going to speak about is a takeoff hold. So many people say that you should never put your hips forward on a reverse takeoff. And in a perfect world, that would be correct. But in relation to getting away from the board, I'm going to discuss how sliding your hips forward could shift you away, but if done to a degree that is more than necessary, it can also cause you to be shot out too far or even hit the board on the takeoff as opposed to hitting the board as you fall. So there are, different ways you could take off for a reverse, but most people would agree you would take off something like this. Now, I would recommend that if you wanted to jump a little bit further away from the board, that you practice your hold with your hips right here about 2 or 3 inches more forward than you usually do. Now, this is going to guarantee shoot you out away from the board. Now, what you have to keep in mind is if you shoot your hips out too far and you pull your head back, you could end up not really jumping and hitting the board upon the takeoff. So that is what you also want to avoid, because that is more common amongst novice divers. So I've seen many people hit the board on reverses, but it's usually the novice divers who throw it too fast and could potentially hit it off the board. So if you're worried about hitting the board on the takeoff, then I would practice the takeoff position with your back more engaged, with your butt engaged, and with your hips a little bit more behind you. This way, you will get enough height to guarantee not hit the board upon the takeoff. Now, finding that balance of trajectory angle is going to be key. So this is going to bring me straight up into the air, and I may hit the board. This is going to shoot me way too far, and I could hit the board too. So you want to find that perfect balance where your hips are a little bit in front, but you still have proper engagement of the rear muscles, the hamstrings, the back, everything that is involved in the muscles that strengthen and keep you tall, keep you healthy. So I hope this helps in relation to your safety and your performance in back and reverses, mainly reverses. And if you have any other questions about how this relates, feel free to post in the comments. Peace.